Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a new promo coming to FC25. We've never even heard of anything close to it before coming on this game. So we're going to try and figure out what is Ultimate Succession, because we do have a couple of leaked cards, namely two massive names, both tied to Barcelona past and present. And along with that, we have one of the biggest SBCs leaked of FC25, an icon goalkeeper to discuss today, guys, and a market to watch very closely, as it is the last time a lot of us will be opening a lot of packs, while all the Thunderstruck Prime Heroes best of cards are in packs, and they go out of packs tomorrow. We got to watch and talk about the market and everything else going on in this game, including the new update that they dropped yesterday too. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Now, yesterday on Wednesday, let's go over that content first. There really wasn't a lot. Of course, daily reminder to get your objectives done. Today on Thursday is the last full day to complete the daily Thunderstruck Play Games Challenge. So today we can finally get 7 of 7, get these packs done and dusted there. And yeah, also I think today is the last couple of hours actually for the World Tour Argentina objective here, or at least one of them. The One Nation Friendly is still going to be around, but this SP goes away. Maybe something replaces this today, or a friendly mode or something replaces that. We'd definitely be watching out for that. But of course, the daily objective reminder for the refresh there. Now, in SBCs yesterday, really the only content that we had was a simple player SBC, and I don't know who's doing this SBC, I'll be honest, unless you're Argentinian or you're really like Ezekiel Avila. 35,000 coins at least is cheap, but 5-star weak for 4-star skills would be nice if he didn't have Chip Shot Plus and really just not look like that great of a card. Again, unless you're a specific fan of the club of him, I think that's an SBC that a lot of people are skipping. Now, the biggest SBC yesterday, which we talked about beforehand, was the refresh of the base icon upgrade. Refreshed once again 3 more times, you get it done. And we were hoping to see a little bit of fodder movement there, right, as people were going out and doing this SBC, but there really wasn't that much. Maybe it was because people are waiting for their rivals rewards today to go and do this SBC, or it was the combination of some people were buying to do this SBC again, and some people were selling their fodder to get out of their investments at the same time. Regardless, these cards are going to move today with Division Rivals rewards, because we have new and improved packs, and that's going to bring even more supply to the market. We're going to talk about that a little bit more later, but fodder really didn't move much. Now, the other parts of content that we had yesterday were a brand new team of the week, which does feature, of course, Virgil van Dijk. He's definitely the headline card in this one right now. It is a pretty simple +1. He did get +2 pace and passing, though, over his base gold card, and once again, Virgil van Dijk's gold card is going to be out of packs until next Wednesday, as now his team of the week is in. I would expect that card and all of these to drop today. Probably the other biggest names are Julian Alvarez, who's only 30k, and then Diallo, who got right back and attacking wingback ++ with 45 defense. There's a lot of hype for him because it's Amad Diallo's first card in FC25 that is not his gold. So that was the team of the week that was dropped yesterday. Guys, content yesterday was really, really quiet. No evos, really no objectives, just the team of the week. But really, the biggest thing was this upgrade and this update, not even an upgrade, an update to the game with the first Frost update, which of course we talked about in yesterday's video. Basically, everything we talked about yesterday ended up coming true. There wasn't really a whole lot of surprises, but one of the things that was a surprise is, how they talked about improving the idling detection in Rush, which, by the way, I haven't played any of myself, but I've heard from a lot of people that the 5-minute Rush experience with the idling detection being increased, there are way less AFK people in Rush, which makes it a whole lot better and a lot more fun. Some gameplay improvements, which I'll be honest, guys, we didn't talk about too many of the gameplay updates from yesterday's video, because it didn't seem like this update to the game was really going to change that much. Just a few small things here or there. I have heard that the kickoff glitch is not as OP, or really it's kind of not there as it kind of was before. I think the defensive logic there has been improved. So that's one thing that people have noticed a change in. But other than that, like, I just played a bunch of games yesterday on stream. The gameplay itself doesn't feel a whole lot different, but I don't think we were expecting it to, because the patch in terms of gameplay didn't seem like it was tweaking that much, except for some small things. So that's kind of expected, but also, like we mentioned, we were waiting to see if there were any tweaks that we weren't expecting, and there doesn't seem to be too many of those. Now, one thing they mentioned in the official page, I'll link this down below in the comments if you want to check it out. This is from EA. They said that they're considering in the future basically updating the game based off of community feedback regarding to scoring on corners, first-time power shots, first-time lobbed through passes, and jog dribble. So some of those things that a lot of us are noticing in the game that are OP and probably need some nerfing are on their radar, and it looks like they're going to be working on them, and they are working on them. So that's one thing that was nice to see. And some of the other stuff that they did in here yesterday that they didn't necessarily mention before is that they're adding in a couple new celebrations, new star heads. And of course, we've got the holiday spirit in the menus. Like if you go into the main menu, Zidane's wearing a coat on the pitch with all the snow instead of him being, just in a suit or whatever. And then also, you have the new star heads in here. They mentioned some pictures like that. And then they also mentioned, I think at the very top, there's going to be new players added. And we mentioned that yesterday, like with Marco Reus, David De Gea, and some of those players could even feature in the Ultimate Succession promo that is coming out this weekend. That's something to watch out for. Last thing I want to mention is there's going to be a friendly mode. I'm not sure where I went past it, I think, but there's going to be a friendly mode that is going to be dropped called the Winter Match, and it's supposed to be slippery, and it's going to make your players reflect the excitement of playing in winter conditions, and it's only in this mode. They said that it's supposed to be just for fun. It sounds interesting, and it probably is going to feel annoying, and a lot of jokes have been made already, like, why do I need a wintry mode where my players are going to slip? They already ice skate in game because of the way the gameplay looks sometimes in the animations, and I definitely agree with that. But that mode is probably going to be dropped soon, so watch out for that. I don't know if it'll be today, I don't know if it'll be next week, but that's kind of the updates and things I wanted to run through on that first Frost update that we had yesterday. Now, getting past that, let's talk about the leaks, guys. Let's talk about that loading screen that we saw dropped yesterday, which actually, as we just started the video and you maybe saw, changed. EA updated the loading screen from this, a 93 rated left wing Brazilian icon with 91 pace and 95 dribble, and now it's a +1 on everything on top of that. So this is the icon design here, this is the hero design, and this is the regular player card design, very similar to the leaks that we saw of the 3 different card designs upcoming in this promo. Now, like I mentioned, the loading screen now shows a 94 rated left wing icon with +1s on the card. That almost undoubtedly means that that actually is Ronaldinho that is going to be in this promo. Before, a lot of people were saying Rivaldo or maybe like a position change Kaká, but after EA updated those stats, it's kind of obvious that since those stats matched Ronaldinho's base card on the loading screen before with the 91 pace, 95 dribble, since they updated these to all +1s, that's the typical type of boost they would give an icon like Ronaldinho. So I would expect Dino to be a part of this promo as well, just to kind of shout that out there. But with this loading screen, we don't have a ton of information or news of what this promo is actually about, but we do have the first leak of what Ultimate Succession is. It was dropped yesterday right after the content drop. Lamine Yamal and Messi are coming as Ultimate Succession players. So you can kind of at least start to imagine what maybe this promo could be about. You have Messi, the former Barcelona star winger, right wing player right now for Inter Miami, plays right wing, played a lot of right wing for Barcelona, kind of the former star. He has been succeeded with, if you will, Lamine Yamal, who's now the Barca young star boy, playing, succeeding in Barcelona. So maybe that's what this promo is. That's the best guess that we have right now, is that it's kind of maybe it's going to be mostly heroes and icons, but you have a hero or an icon or somebody who's still playing like Messi connected to a player who's maybe a bit younger, coming into their prime, improving, but showing a lot of potential in the same position, in the same club. Maybe that's the connection. It's kind of like the one player is succeeding the one that came before him, if you will. That's our best guess at what this promo could look like right now, based off of this leak, based off of the loading screen, and the fact that there are both heroes and icons in this promo. I mean, guys, this actually, if you think about it, I believe would be one of the first promos ever where we have icons, heroes, and regular cards in packs for a promo. Usually it's a mix of 2 of those 3, not all 3 at the same time. That does not often happen, especially this early in the year. So that's one thing to think about with that. Now, we do have a couple of other leaks to go through, but this promo kind of does give me some vibes of a promo that dropped last year around this time, except it wasn't just about succeeding somebody that came before you. It was about the familial ties. Remember the Ultimate Dynasties promo last year, which did include icons? We had Hoyland and Hoyland. We had the two Sanes. We had Lauren James and Reece James. The connection there. We had Teo Hernandez and Lucas Hernandez were in this promo. We had Taram and Taram. It was kind of about the familial links, and it's not the same, but it's kind of a little bit the same, where you have somebody maybe who is younger coming into their prime in the real world right now, connected to somebody that came before them with the same club, maybe in the same position. And that's got a lot of people thinking about this Taram, right? Marcus Taram has been added to come as an ultimate succession player himself. I know everybody still is seeing, and probably tired of seeing, the player of the month, Marcus Taram, especially after he became evolvable. However, who came before him? Who is he going to be tied to? And my other question is every player in this promo going to be related like Messi and Lamine Yamal kind of are? You can kind of see that connection there, right? Who is Taram going to be tied to? Some people thought Eto'o because of Eto'o's striker days at Inter. Maybe. Like, there's so many possibilities here. It could be related to the national team of France. We don't really know. So we're in the early stages of figuring out what this promo is, what kind of the combos are. Again, if Dino's in this promo, who is Dino going to be tied to? If Dino was the man who went before somebody else, is it a left wing, another Barca player? Is it going to be an AC Milan player left wing like Rafa Leao? I mean, that's something to consider and something to think about as we get through. I mean, Rafa Leao had a Centurion, so that would you'd almost have to think, especially for some of the players that you would maybe have in mind for who's succeeding somebody who's a hero or an icon. If they just had a recent promo card, the chances of them getting in this promo are probably pretty slim. But those are the kind of thoughts that we're having right now heading into this promo. Again, it feels like we don't know a lot about it. Feels like it could be cool. But then again, we don't know. So we'll have to see more leaks. Guys, I 100% think that we are going to get more leaks today. I would imagine that they update the loading screen as well to give us some more information on what that is going to be. The card designs are not in the game yet. I still think the card designs look pretty interesting. I mean, when we first saw them by themselves, it almost looks like a cinnamon roll, or it looks like, I don't know what it looks like. Like, this one looks like a cinnamon roll. Those don't. So we'll have to get more information and more news on that today. But the Messi and the Lamine Yamal leak kind of gives us maybe a little bit of a look into what this Ultimate Succession promo might be like. So definitely watch out for the leaks there. Now, let's get into another leak, because this is actually massive. And if you've checked the market on goalkeepers, especially some of the big names, we have got prices that are absolutely tanking. Yesterday, Buffon was 850K. He is 720,000 coins because the newest goalkeeper icon, one of the new icon additions to this game, is getting an SBC. This is a huge SBC, guys, because every single year, the first time that EA drops an icon player SBC as a goalkeeper, it's massive, because the links that an icon goalkeeper can provide you, put in your team, not have to think about getting, extra chemistry links to your goalkeeper. It just helps the whole rest of the squad with the way the icons help out build out chemistry, is insane, right? That's just a baseline thing that we look forward to every year, is the first icon goalkeeper SBC. And it's Buffon this year? Like, are you kidding me? I used this Buffon earlier on in the year, and he was insane. Now, this is an on-this-day Buffon, so it's going to be probably, like we've seen with the Zanetti, like we've seen the Jabi Alonso, a downgrade in some areas, but hopefully not too big of a downgrade. Now, this prediction shows him as an 89 overall rated card, which I think could be a decent, rating for him there. And as you see here, FIFA Trading Romania has the whole description of the Buffon performance, saving 7 shots, all taken by Messi, in a 3-0 win. And that's the on-this-day icon that Buffon is going to be getting. So it's going to be dropped on December 8th, which is Sunday. So it's not coming like today. It's going to be coming later on this weekend. But that is an SBC worth saving your fodder for. Like right now, I'm in the middle of doing Johan Cruyff, but I'm going to get that SBC done, and probably my next move will be doing this Buffon, because anytime you have the chance at getting an icon SBC like this in your club, it's a huge boost to your team and squad building capabilities. And that is why you have icons across the market like the Buffon that we just talked about. Of course, his card is going down. He was 850K plus yesterday, 870, went instantly down to the low 700s. Van der Sar Centurion, who probably had one of the craziest rises post Black Friday, went from 600,000 coins to 780K. He was 800,000 coins yesterday. He is now 670,000 coins. Any goalkeeper that still has value, I would be very careful with, because anytime and every time each year we see a big icon player SBC for a goalkeeper like this, it makes goalkeepers around the rest of the market really, really fall in price. So I know that most of the expensive goalkeepers are icons in this game, but that is one thing to watch out for, and that's one thing a lot of people are going to be interested in here very, very soon. So those are the leaks right there. We're going to look at them more, of course, as we get more of them coming out. Let's talk about the market, though, because that's the real big thing for today, right? A lot of us are getting Division Rivals rewards, and as you may know, that's going to impact the market a lot. Every single Thursday, it does. I'm 1 point away from my Rivals upgrade win here. It's been a rough day of Rivals. I'm very mad, actually. Anyways, let's talk about the packs, guys, because remember last week or 2 weeks ago when we talked about the Rivals rewards refreshing and we saw those new packs in the code? Well, today we actually get them. The Rivals rewards before this, I looked at Division 3 reward upgrade from the last season. What we're used to getting is 75 plus player packs. These are now 80 plus player packs, which is going to give us so much more fodder, but also for the tradable ones, it's going to bring a whole lot more supply to fodder and to the promo cards. Guys, I'm expecting a pretty sizable dip today on stuff that is in packs because everybody's opening their packs today. Who's going to save for the next promo? With everything that is out right now, this is our last real big chance to collect fodder and to pack some of these Thunderstruck cards. But at the same time that there's going to be a lot of supply, there's also a lot of people looking to invest because these are live cards, and I completely understand why. But that's one thing I want you guys to remember as we look into prices today and talk about some of these cards, is that there is going to be a lot of supply, and that's why some of the Thunderstrucks and some of the even other cards that are in the best of re-release have started to drop as we head into Rivals rewards, because people are preparing and they know that these prices are going to drop. Yesterday, this Jules Koundé was 800,000 coins plus, as he is in line. One of the cards right now is a Thunderstruck item that is going to be getting an upgrade and going to an 89 overall. There's a couple more cards that are going to be getting upgraded soon as well after yesterday's Premier League game, specifically Saliba, Saka from Arsenal are going to be getting their upgrades, Vieira as well, and then Desai and Cole from the Chelsea Lynx will be getting upgrades as well. Both of the upgrades, a double boost, which will mean just a +1 overall, but then getting 2 play styles and then 2 roll pluses out of their card as well. Again, make sure that if you're curious about what cards are getting upgraded, go to Footbin, click on the tracker version on the card right here, and you can see that, boom, with the 2-0 win that Arsenal had yesterday over Manchester United, that was the 7th goal that Arsenal had scored and the 2nd win. So Saliba is going to be getting a +1, and he's going to be getting a roll plus, and then for the other one, he's going to get 2 play styles and a roll plus. The question is, when are the upgrades happening? And we still do not know. They could happen at any random freaking time. EA have not told us when this is going to be happening. But with the rewards today, I think the cards that I would be interested in the most, if I'm just purely looking at this from a making coins opportunity, I would be looking at the cards that are getting the upgrades, because those are the ones that people are going to try. Like if Ashley Cole drops back down to 230, or 230 today would be awesome. That's what he was before they clinched the upgrades. If he drops down that low today, absolutely go ahead and pick one of those up. Same thing with like Saliba. If he drops down to like 1.7, I don't know, that would be something I would be interested in picking up, because he's going to get the upgrade, and a lot of people are going to try him after that. Now, the other thing to consider is once a card does not have any upgrades coming to it, you lose a little bit of the hype there. And that could mean that a card like Saliba rises up, maybe after awards today, then gets the upgrade, and then drops off a little bit. I would more so expect that on somebody who's a little bit lower rated, for sure. But with a lot of these cards, people want them in their teams, and I think they can be good investments. But guys, again, I'm just going to put this out there. I'm not against investing today. I'm definitely not against putting some cards in your club that are getting supplied. Some of the re-release cards especially. I know a lot of people are looking at Thunderstrucks. But don't forget that we have a lot of re-release cards right now that even if you're on a lower budget, these could end up being really good investments too. The Prime Heroes, a lot of people want to buy into these. Absolutely understand like wanting to pick up a Guti if he drops, or a Tim Howard, because these cards go out of packs. They're not like regular heroes that are going to stay in packs. I like these as an investment as well. Of course, you got new heroes coming this weekend, but those are pretty sick. A lot of them got big boosts. I think those are interesting to watch. And these best of campaign cards, I think could be interesting ones to watch too, because these cards are still going to be meta for a lot of people to want to use. The Neymar, the Leao, Now, the Bastoni with the Serie A links, even somebody really cheap like Zaire Emery or Mickey Van de Ven is still one of the staple center backs in this game. Marcus Llorente, a lot of the players in this re-release I still think have a lot of hype. So what you can do is if you see a card, like let's say, I don't know, let's look at Neymar. Neymar is how much for his Total Rush item? Unless Neymar is getting a new version today or this weekend, then you would maybe not want to buy him. He's 390,000 coins. During the last couple of days that he's been in packs, right? He was 600K, got re-released, went down to 370 and had a low point of like 360. So like 360 has been his low, and he was over 400,000 coins yesterday. If you see this card at like 360 or 350 today at the Rivals, pick it up. It's an out of packs Neymar after he goes out of packs. After this weekend when the re-releases and everything go away. That's a card that people will still want to use if it is the best version of Neymar. And then on the cheaper end of things, I think this Zaire Emery card, I know a lot of people are going to invest in this. I think 30K. I think this card, this is a staple player, one of the most used midfielders. He was 240K before he got re-released into packs. This is a card that's probably not going to make you a ton of coins, but if you're on a lower budget and you want to make a little investment and put him in your team, this guy at 30K flat, I think, hopefully he's like 45K in 2 weeks, just because this is the type of card that so many people like to use. He's probably not far off from fitting an Evo anyway, and the minute he does, he's going to fly. So that one might have a little bit of a longer term return on it, but I think that's like a pretty safe investment from looking at the promo team today. And of course, if you don't want to risk it, you can always go out of packs and look at some of the players from other older promos that are not in packs that are low, and even out of packs gold cards. If you think about it, like VVD's out of packs right now. Some of the other Thunderstruck cards, like, there's not too many that you'd really want to invest in, but Saliba's gold card today, 64,000 coins. If you look at his graph from the last couple of weeks, he rose, of course, a lot last Thursday from 45 to 55 once people knew he was going out of packs, but this is still a card that a lot of people would like to buy. Maybe he goes up a little bit more today, but once again, I got to say, whatever investments you make today, probably make it a quick flip. I don't think I would be sitting here saying this is an investment time unless you're buying a discard item from the Thunderstruck promo team that you're going to hold on to, wait for Evos or wait for an upgrade. This doesn't really seem to me like a time where you want to hold on to a lot. I really don't think you do because of what we have upcoming with these cards coming into packs. Again, heroes, icons, and a normal promo team. I don't know. There's going to be Evos. Of course, we've got the Buffon SBC that's coming out. That's going to be pretty hype. A lot of people are going to want to do that. So December, like we've been saying, is a month where the market drops off. So I'm a little bit skeptical and hesitant at the same time as wanting to invest, just because I think today could be a good day to make some quick coins. So just be careful. Don't hold on to things for too long, especially stuff like Gold Mbappe that's coming back into packs, Gold Graham Hansen. Some of those cards we've seen explode in price because they've gone out of packs, maybe like a Saliba. I do think that some of those will be coming down later on this weekend, and it'll be really good to sell pretty soon. Now, let's talk about fodder, because we mentioned this is going to get supplied today too. Could there be an opportunity to get on fodder investments today? For sure, depending on how low it goes. Like 85s at 5K, how low were they last Friday? They were down at 4,000 coins. If they drop all the way to 4K, like you kind of have to pick up some of those there at that price, right? 86s, if they drop down to below 7K into the 6s, that might be pretty tempting. If you see that big of a drop on fodder, also I would shout out the 88s and the 89s. The Buffon SBC is upcoming. The Vinicius Jr. and the Cruyff SBC are not going away anytime soon. That's constant demand that you have for the higher rated fodder, which has kept those prices inflated. If 89s are down to like 19K today, like pick them up, because you'll be able to buy those, and hopefully more SBCs are going to be upcoming that could continue to push those up a little bit more. That would be kind of more a lazy listing trading method there. And then, yeah, out of pack specials, I already mentioned that, but that's always something you can look into. I picked up a Javi Simons and used him in Rivals yesterday for like 600K flat. 608. So that's a card that I've got looking into today too. So that's kind of what I'm thinking in terms of the market. The last thing I want to mention in terms of the market and really Rivals rewards today is those mastery tokens, which is why I'm trying to get one more point so I can actually get 2 tokens, because don't skip over these packs, guys. The 8330, I'm only going to have 4 tokens after today's rewards. I'm going to spend 3 of those 4 tokens now on this. I know it's not the best pack, but it is a good pack that I can get right now with everything that is in packs. I'm crafting Cruyff. I want to restock my club with a bunch of, 83s and 4s and hopefully have a chance at a big promo card at the same time. I'm 1000% doing this pack today with some of my tokens. If you are somebody who's gotten 6, this 8520 would probably slap right now. I really wish I could have gotten 6 tokens. I would have had to do really, really well in squad battles and foot champs, which didn't happen. So it was really never going to happen. But if you grinded for this, rip the 8520. Unless you're like going for the end and you're saving for Vinny, that 85 times 20 right now would go crazy with all that is in packs. So I'm going to actually spend some of my tokens early today. We'll be doing that in the stream. That'll be a bunch of fun. Now, last thing I want to talk about today on Thursday, because there actually is a pretty big piece of news and information that maybe if you're somebody who tried to take advantage of compensation earlier, about 2 weeks ago, news is that the 91 plus base icon pack has been added, and that is the pack that we were looking to see added for the Spanish icon compensation. If you guys opened that pack when it had the incorrect terminology in the Espanol language, this pack right here, the iconic breakthrough pack, it has finally been added to the code that a 91 plus icon pack, this isn't for an SBC, this is purely for the compensation, guys, since they had the text on the icon wrong. This is going to hurt 91 plus icon cards. This is another thing that I would say, if you have a 91 plus icon player, I would be really careful. There's a lot of really good ones out there, and a lot of people are going to be packing, I think, Angerer, the women's goalkeeper, is going to be the most packable card from this. And you got some other pretty high rated icons too that are 91. Trying to think of who some of those may be. But some of the ones that are maybe 500K, 600K, they're going to get packed a lot, guys. So I would be very careful. And of course, you have so many insane cards that are 91 plus here that are icons that could get packed. But since this pack has been added to the code, I would imagine compensation is coming very soon. Watch, if you open that pack, watch your packs section there. I know that a lot of people weren't able to do it. I didn't do it, so I'm not getting any compensation for that there either. But that is one thing to absolutely look forward to if you were a part of that and awaiting compensation. That is big news. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that. Also, today on Thursday, I'm not expecting much content. Maybe we get something season related. Maybe we get that objective for the winter mode like they were talking about, and definitely some more leaks. That's one of the biggest things to watch out for today, guys, is more leaks related to this Ultimate Succession promo, which we still have questions about, but are really curious about too at the same time. I'm super duper curious. So I'm going to go ahead and get one more draw in Rivals and get my freaking stuff completed there so I can open the rewards today on stream. We'll have those rewards there. And if you want to follow along on our progress all the time on this account, make sure you subscribe to the second channel where we have the uploads going up there, RTG style. But if you enjoyed this video today, if you're excited for Ultimate Succession, drop a thumbs up on the video. And of course, subscribe if you are new. And I will see you guys in another video tomorrow and a stream today. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Thursday. Peace.